Welcome back to the channel. My name is Rico Tensai, and I like to speak my mind. Today, let's talk about manifestation. Now, I was never a big fan of manifestation, or more like, I never really understood it. What I've learned from manifestation, or what I've seen, is just people you write down what you want a bunch of times, and eventually it comes true. Now, and then just like, that's really it. And I always thought that if you just do it one time, and then eventually, it'll come true in the near future. Now, I've recently learned a lot, and I've done some research on manifestation a little bit more, and there's a few things I've learned. One is, you don't just write it one time and then you're set for like the rest of the year. It's like, you have to write it every single day, because it's just, that's how much you want something, so you have to tell it to the universe that you want this so many times. Like, you have to say it so many times. And also, the second thing I learned is you have to do the action. Like, you have to actually do something about it. You can't just write something that you want, sit in your room, and just wait for it to happen and just let it come to you. And I'm just like, oh, I'm dumb. I didn't realize that's how it works. So then I am slowly trying to do manifestation now with this whole 75 hard challenge the YouTube edition, where I make a video every single day until I get the amount of subscribers that I want, right? So now, in my head, it does sound funny, but at the same time, it's like, it's hard for me to really know if it's true unless I try it. And for the most part, the only reason why people stop doing it is because people are impatient. People expect instant gratification. They expect it to happen the next day. Even though when people talk about manifestation and them getting what they got, it wasn't always like, oh, it got here the next day. It's like, no, they've been writing it forever. They've been writing it for a while, and it's just funny how some people automatically assume that it's just gonna happen because you said it, and because this person said it and they manifested and it came true. So then why isn't it working for me? It's like, well, are you putting enough work in it? Are you thinking positive about what you want? Are you only thinking about the negative of oh, what's gonna happen if I don't get it? What if this whole manifestation doesn't work? There's a deadline to, it's like, we make up so many excuses as to, I consider them excuses of why it's not going to work, or what if it doesn't work, but it's just it's not really going to help you think of, how is that going to help? For example, as of right now, for the month of February, right, I'm telling the universe and I'm manifesting 1,000 subscribers. Now, I have to say this almost every single day. I have to write it down every single day, so that eventually it'll come true. Now, I have to put in the work, of course. I have to constantly try to make videos and doing this kind of helps a lot, doing the whole 75 days thing, because it's it keeps me on track of constantly making a video every single day. And it's just wild how, as of right now in my life, certain things are kind of playing into it, and it's freaky, but it's kind of cool in a way, because it's I just so happen to be doing this challenge, plus also thinking about manifestation a little bit more. So it's it kind of all plays together. So with that being said, what if manifestation is real? What if it does work? What if I actually do get 1,000 subscribers by the end of this month? What if? I don't know unless I try it. The other stuff that I was also searching up on manifestation is just instead of course, it's good to know the end goal of what you're going to have. But at the same time, I was watching a video, and this lady was explaining how you have to also imagine the bridge of how to get there and the steps of what you are going to, those walls that you're going to hit. The example that they used was running a marathon, right? Instead of imagining the end goal of you having the medal, arms up, and you won, right? You have to somehow train your mind to remember what's going to happen when you hit that 12-mile mark and your earbuds run out of battery. What are you going to do then? Some would say it's bad to think about it because it's negative, but it's just no, you're sort of thinking of the bad, but you're trying to think about how to get out of that bad mindset. So think of a way to keep pushing even when you feel like you want to stop. Because I think when you do a marathon, people stop around the 12, 13-mile mark. So you have to remind yourself, okay, how am I going to push through it from when I hit that wall of that 12 or 13-mile mark, right? So I mean, that's a good way. Instead of just being like, oh, what if I stop? Then what? You just, okay, then I give up. You know, my knees will give out or my lower back's gonna give out. It's gonna make you stop wanting to do the marathon in the first place. But it's just like, no, you have to somehow always think about how to get out of that situation. Another example that they used was, imagine you're an MMA fighter, right? And let's say you have to always think about, you know, if you're in a certain position and you can't get out of it, you have to, of course, imagine like, okay, how am I going to get out of this when it does happen? It's not a bad thing to think of. It's a good way to train your mind and be like, oh, just do this. And, you know, I'm not MMA fighter, so I don't know how to do the move. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to somehow figure out a way to always come out of that bad situation and not always, you know, yes, it is good. I understand that it is good to always think positive about getting your goal, but I mean, it's also a different way to train your mind to being like, whenever you do get in that bad mindset, how do you get out of that bad mindset? So that's a good way to also think about manifestation, and that's what I'm going to try to apply to. So for me, with this whole YouTube thing and how like I want to be a YouTuber by the end of this year, I have to not just imagine the numbers at the end. I also have to remember this moment now of when I only had like, I'm in the 2-digit range of subscribers. Also, I can't forget the reason why I wanted to do this in the first place, and which is basically to give hope and to spread laughter into the world, so that to remind people that they can do whatever it is that they want to do. I just want to be one of those people, because I feel like I am good at giving advice and helping people out, especially through words, because I realize how powerful my words are, and I've realized in the past I have said mean things to people that I didn't mean to, but at the same time I have said things that I didn't realize it affected them so much to the point where they want to change, and that's really cool. But it, you know, it sucks that I had to find that out, and also, damn it, I wrote in my journal, appreciating the small wins and never downplaying my growth of, you know, as of right now, I gained like 1 or 2 more subscribers since that last update. Yes, it's only 2. To me, that's exciting. I am passing what I used to be before. It's growth. It's still growth at the end of the day. It's not like I'm going down. So I should always remember that feeling of excitement, because it does excite me every time my subscriber count grows. Even if it's 1, even if it's 2, to me, it matters that I'm still growing, and it matters that I'm still posting. Even if I only see 2 views, even if I only see 10 views, I will still keep posting and remember these moments, because eventually it's gonna get bigger, and I'm going to forget this moment, and I want to remember that feeling of still wanting to try and still wanting to improve in my YouTube videos. So with that being said, I am going to be one of those people who will try to prove to the world that yes, manifestation is real, and also this challenge does help. So if you feel like that you want to give this manifestation a try, or maybe this YouTube thing a try, start it right now. There's no such thing as being too late. You can just start now. I hope whatever it is that you're trying to pursue works out for you, and wish me luck on this journey. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I'll see you tomorrow with a different topic.